Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. We are live. It's Monday, 16th of February. At least it should be all day. And it is a bank holiday in the US. So what are we going to expect? Um, one second. So what are we going to expect? Good question. Could be anything. Could be low volatility. Could be huge vol. Who knows? Let's start from the beginning. Let's map out the chart and we'll wait for the market to come to our desired price points. So first thing we always want to do when we start off is we want to identify identify where we want to buy from, where we want to sell from. Do we have a bias? So look, I mean, since the madness of what was it, the 30th and 31st of January, those three daily candles really have kind of messed up the whole chart from a standpoint of where are we going to go now? Is this move that we're seeing this last sort of, what, 8 or 10 days, is it a corrective move to come back down and fill the 44, 4,500? Or are we going to break back above this sort of 5,100 level and head back up towards all-time highs? So we're kind of in that limbo land from a higher time frame perspective. So there's nothing really that I want to draw on from this chart right now, because ultimately, if we look at Friday, it started at the lows and closed at the highs. Thursday started at the highs, closed near the lows. Friday's candle is an inside candle, so it failed to break Thursday's high and Thursday's low. So ultimately, in that basis, we if we break Thursday's low, we're coming down to 47.70. If we break Friday's high, potentially we're going to head up towards 5,100 again, and then we make a next decision. But I'm not going to draw any levels on the daily chart because they're not really going to influence my decision. I just want to know from a daily perspective, is there a trend? Is there a bias? Now, clearly speaking, from up until what, the 29th of Jan, we had, or even maybe the 30th of Jan, up until that point, the bias was, regardless of what happened, even when there was a correction, we'd still bias would be long. But the 30th was just a monumental sell-off day. The 31st was another huge sell-off day. So since that point, I've kind of just, I haven't had a bias. I'm just looking to see what the previous day has printed, and then I'm looking to trade into clear space. That's it. Um, who have we got on live right now? Who's tuned in? Vic, good afternoon. Lightning, good afternoon. Who else have we got in? Let me know where you're logging in from, guys. And also, do you prefer the size of the screen? Is the screen better for you like this, guys? Uh, Let me know if the screen is better. Okay. So 4-hour chart. Most recent resistance. Highest body is here. Next one is here. It's good $20 away. So yeah, I'm not going to mark that in just yet. I'm just going to leave this here for now. Most recent support is here. How are we defining this? We're defining it by buyer candle followed by a seller candle followed by a buyer candle using the lowest or the highest part of the body. Okay, looking at the hourly. Again, what we're seeing here is some structure here. We also have structure here, which I'm going to bring down to, and I've adjusted it lower because it's going to be more apparent for current market bias, meaning I'm more likely to take a trade here if we break above than having this level in up here that we might not get to, which is another $40 higher. Vic, you're logging in from Rochdale today. How's the weather in Rochdale? Is it we've got a nice bit of sun? Mr. Matt King, good afternoon. Okay, so we're looking for buys above 5,012 and we're looking for potential sells below 4,977. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. Do we see any more clarity? Definitely looking for buys above 5012. Look, yes, this is support. What do we have in terms of uh, clear range? Not so much. Look, I mean, this is where you can have personal preference, whether you want to look for sells below this here. Um, we do have a wick to work with, which is 88. It's only 60 pips lower, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. Not feeling anything there, but buys above there for sure. Sells I'm gonna stay away from, to be fair, guys. I'm not that fussed about the sell market. So I'm gonna leave the sells alone there. What have we got here? 75 and all the way down to 64. Okay, so we've got $11 there, so that works. Now, so we've got wick fill, but honestly, this probably isn't going to get wick fill. This probably isn't going to get traded today. Sell below 49.75. Okay, so pretty certain we won't get a cold and wet. Yeah, well, we're not too bad down here today. So this no trade range, it's a big old no trade range right now for me. So we've got a range of 76, that's 24, $37, massive no trade range. So like I say, that's something I don't really want to just get involved with. I'd rather sit out and wait for tomorrow. So we're going to look for buys above because this is clear and this could buys above, oops, 5,013.5. Yep, so looks good for that. Have we got any questions today, guys? Now, let's just remember there's no major news that's going to affect this, but it is a US bank holiday. So what does a bank holiday mean for gold? Guys, any ideas what you think it means for gold when there's a bank holiday? Screen's better like this, is it? Okay, fantastic. Oh, I know what's missing. Let's get those. Where is it? Links. Bit of royalty-free music is what I need. Okay, so everyone clear with those ranges. So let's just see. I know what I need to do. Why? It's a shame. 174 and 100. So 174 pip range. And make that one 100. Look, 5 minute, yeah, could potentially 5,000. It's only 40 pips, so it's not for me, guys. It's not for me. So yeah, I will skip, especially with it being bank holiday. Definitely gonna not not jump in for that one. So this would be my preference. I'll just share this on my free Telegram group now. Copy image. So yeah, if you haven't yet joined the free Telegram group, so this is how I see the gold chart today. Although very little movement. Okay, right. Let's take a look at. Okay, so we're looking at the DAX daily chart. What are we seeing? What did we see Thursday and Friday, guys? Tell me what we saw Thursday and Friday. What did we see Thursday and Friday? Haha, yeah, thanks, Lightning. Any likes would be much appreciated. Uh, no, NYC it's not open today. It's not open today. So we're going to see. Listen, the futures markets on gold will be running, but it's on days like this you really don't know what to expect because there's going to be a lot lower liquidity, right? Now, on days of low liquidity, all sorts can happen. You can get huge moves, and that's because if the market does, for whatever reason, have a move, you don't have the liquidity on the other side, so buyers or sellers aren't as responsive as normal, and you can just get these runaway moves. And depending what the news is that create that move, it can just really, really go. The likelihood is that you're going to see very little movement, but you never know. Uh, okay, so look, Thursday and Friday. So basically, the DAX had been in a range, and then I think that was, yeah. So Monday, we broke above, we broke out of the range. Tuesday, it broke the highs, respect to the lows, so we got an up range candle. Well, Wednesday, we came back into the range with a bearish down range candle. Then Thursday and Friday, these two candles are quite interesting because Thursday is an outside candle that breaks the highs and breaks the lows, opened near the lows and closed near the lows. So huge rejection. Then Friday, the same again, downrange candle, broke the lows, but opened near the highs and closed near the highs. So you've got two very, very diverse candles there from a daily perspective, where it opened near the lows, created a huge move to the upside, and then closed near the lows. Opposite happened on Friday, opened near the highs, big move down, broke all the lows, and then closed near where it opened. So a lot of indecisive action happening here on the DAX. So oh, if we then just drop to the four hour, have a look here. Okay, so we have a little bit more clarity here in the basis that we just look at the structure. So this is the structure that the market have been respecting. We can see, where's my drawing tool here? see these rejections. Then we've come up here. Now, what's different about this one? What do we see here? Anything you can see different here? This one that I've just highlighted. What's different there, guys? Diploir. It's a sweep. Uh, it's a sweep, false break. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to call it. It's a breakout that's failed. Okay, so false breakout. Now, obviously, a lot of people would like to say it's a liquidity sweep, it's this, it's that, but listen, you don't know until after the event. So this is why it's very, very important, whatever system you're trading. So for us, we'll trade breakouts, and we'd have looked to have traded this as a breakout. But our rule of waiting for a pullback first before it breaks the highs would have kept us from taking the trade. So this move here, when we look at it on bigger picture, where you saw that top wick to the upside and then closing near the lows, all that's happened now is the market's come back into this range. So we've got our bottom of the range, top of the range. We're just waiting for a change in structure. So I think any move below here, like this, then we get a clear move lower. So yeah, we broke resistance, but we've then pulled back in below the level. Does that make sense, guys? Can you see that? So really, this structure here has held. This was just a failed attempt. Okay, that was just a failed attempt. So now it's like, right, okay, this level here does exist, but now it only exists based on the most recent resistance. I'm not interested in the fact that it used to be a level here because this invalidated it. So now we're looking for a break above 25,000 and we can look for a run up into 25,190 basically. So you've got 190 pip range. For the downside, a little bit different. We can look for moves below this area and again we'll look to trade it back down into support. So as we mark the charts, this 4 hour chart, this is going to be our no trade range. We're going to look for buys above here and we're going to look for sells below here. So let's have a look at the 1 hour. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. W at Duplo1. Not sure what that means. So yeah, I'm just sat tight. I'm going to look for buys above basically the 25,000 even handle, and we're going to look for sells below here. Let's drop down to the 30. Just moving our structure level up to the resistance level here, 25,216. And yeah, I'm going to leave this off for now. So we're going to go buys above, I'm going to call it 25,000. Sells below 24,770. No major news. $200 pip range. Let's have a look left. 24,744. 157. Yeah, 157 pip range. 157 pip range. And that's what we're looking like on the DAX. Okay, let me know if you're comfortable with that, guys, on the DAX. All right, I'll drop this on the free channel. DAX 16th Feb US session. The hell is this? Uh, 43. One second. There we go. Just that playlist was doing my absolute. I'd rather not listen to anything. Right, where's the chat? You're a quiet bunch today, guys. Are you all on bank holiday as well? Yeah, I mean, look, the reason I'm showing up is you just don't know what's going to happen, right? You could just. Oh, this is weird. I forgot I deleted the change just to try and create some more space. I said, hold on, gold was $40 down a minute ago, and now I can't even see anything. Um, I'll put it back in because there we go, it's $42 down now. Yeah, the reason for showing up, guys, is you just never know. So, what else are you gonna do? Yeah. Okay. Yes, you could go to the gym, you could go for a walk, you could spend some time with kids. In this instance, you could do because it's half term for most. But ultimately, if you want to take something seriously, you show up every day, unless you're on holiday or something serious is preventing you from doing so. And you mark your charts out, you form good habits, you do the small things very, very well. You create your goals. Okay, so how many of you got trade? Right, we've got, I don't know, there's not that many on today actually. There's like 15 of you in here right now. So how many of you got trading goals? And how many of you would be willing to share them in the live chat? Consistency is key. Well, yes and no, Lightning. So consistency is key to success as long as you're being doing good things consistently. If you're doing something that doesn't work consistently, then you're just going to do something good. You're going to be good at doing something bad, if that makes sense. So, as I say, practice doesn't make perfect. Okay? Practice makes permanent. So consistency will make things permanent. So if you consistently screwing up your risk management, if you're consistently just listening to your dopamine kicks and taking any old trade because that's what you want to do, um, then next thing you know, you're going to be doing the wrong things really, really well. Mr. Webster, good afternoon, sir. Yeah, quiet day today. It's US bank holiday, so not really seeing a great deal. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. We've not mapped this one out yet. So we'll start with the daily. Okay, this alert can be deleted. Okay, so from trading perspective, we came very close to the lower part of the range, which doesn't mean we're just going to highlight buys, but from a perspective where we know that buyers come in and they come in aggressively, 24,000 has been a key number for that because it's rallied from 24 to 26, it's rallied from 24 to 25.8. It's rallied from just shy of 24,000 of 25.4. So we do know buyers come in here very, very strong. So I think the bias from where we are would be if we come into 24,000, we wait for buyers to show up and then we look for buying opportunities. Should we get our setup, whether it's a breakout of minor structure, whether it's a change in structure, and we look for a BPC. Okay, that'd be the what I'd have in my mind. When we go to the 4-hour chart, okay, so we do have some nice clear range here to work with. So above here looks nice, and potentially you could look for sells below here. So if I was to map this out as a no trade range, we're looking at this bit for now. Now let's drop down to the hourly. Hourly, to be fair, absolutely perfect. We don't need to change a thing from the hourly. As you can see, highest candle closes here. We've got the wicks above. Lowest candle closes this black bodied candle here. And again, the market doesn't go below that. Yes, we get the wicks below there, but we don't get a close below there. Drop to the 30. Okay, so we can adjust to this price point on the 30. And up slightly. I mean, very little. Would I want to make any more adjustments in here? 3.8. Hold on. I'm going to leave that alone. 835, 35 points. No, I'm going to leave all that alone as well. So I'm not chasing it. I want proper clear candle space. So we're going to look for buys above 24,871. I'm going to look for sells below 24,578. No major news, and it's bank holiday, so we just put no major news. US bank holiday. How many pips do we have? We've got plenty of room to the upside. 280 points. Lovely. We'll have some of that if it pops. 280 pip range. Let's have a look to the downside. 135. But what's the wick fill give us? 85 for the wick fill. Wick fill. Put that in at the bottom. That's okay. Done. Okay, and let's share that. Copy image. All right, so like I said, expected it to be a quiet session. Would I take that? No, I think if it was normal trading conditions, then potentially. That if you have a look here, you got a level, 30 minutes closed below it. We're having a wick up, 993, 40 pip range. So no, I'm going to leave it, guys. I'm going to leave it. This could be a really, really quiet session. I don't think we're going to add to our tally of 104 wins. I think we're probably going to stay there. More importantly, we're not going to add to our tally of 22 losses and 5 for 2026. So let's have a look how 2020. Ah, look at the error on the stats. When I did the results, I forgot to delete the 4 for break evens. I've got 45. We went from 4 to 5. So what I wanted to have a look at is the stats. So if we look at the stats, so effectively in total, 22 losses is around 20% of the number of wins. Break evens, again, it's around 20%. Well, a bit closer to 17, but we'll say 20. Now, 2026, let's have a look at the numbers. So, 20% would be, what's that? 4.8. So the statistics for 2026, although the data sample is a lot smaller than what we've got for 2025 and 2026 combined, the actual split is nearly identical. Can you see that, guys? So we've got 104 wins in total, 22 losses in total, and 18 break evens in total. When you look at the stats for 2026, it's 24 wins, 5 losses, 5 break evens. So the stats, statistically speaking, for the total and for 2026 are pretty much identical. Can you see that, guys? This is you can tell it's quiet. People aren't talking. People are leaving. I guess they want to see trades. They want to see activity. But look, sometimes more money is made by not taking a trade than it is by taking a trade. If you can wrap your head around that, let me know. Talking about wrapping your head around some things. Yesterday, someone asked me a question. They said, "How many days in a week?" I said 7. They said, "How many weeks in a year?" So 52. They said, "What's 352 times 7?" So, right, 364. Okay. All right. So how many days in a year? 365. Okay. So where's the extra day? What? Literally baffled me. I was like, hold on a second. 52 weeks in a year, 7 days a week. That's 364. So why is there 365 days in a year? And then we have a leap year. So every fourth year there's another extra day. So that takes us five days in front, right? So apparently the leap year gives us 1 day back. That's why, but it doesn't. It actually takes another one away because the Earth takes 365.2 days to revolve around the moon, if I'm not mistaken, which is why it's 365-day year. But where do we lose the day? Someone answer that to me. Where do we lose the day? What happened to the 365th day? I I googled it, I chat GPT'd it, nothing could give me a straight answer. So if anyone can put that into very simple terms for me to understand, I'd be intrigued. And if you like me, it'll bother you for a while because literally I couldn't concentrate last night. I was like, hold on, why am I only hearing this now, 46 years down the line? You do the math and tell me where it's gone. Yeah, it's very, very off topic, I know. But look, when the markets aren't moving, you need to be off topic. Uh, but it doesn't need to be deep. There's the day's gone. It's some ChatGPT went on about Georgian calendars, and it's like it's a matter which our minds calculate pips. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting any pips today, that's for sure. There's a short here if you want it. I'm not taking it. Um, to fill this wick maybe, but not for me. I think this week I'm going to be coming back to trading personal account. We'll see. We'll see how it opens tonight, but I found it pretty frustrating the last week. We got a few trades last week. It was all right, but a little bit frustrating. Jez, are you on? You've been very quiet today. If you are, yeah. Let's have a look at the old crypto space. Well, I think we're going to see another move lower in Bitcoin. That's for certain. We break yesterday's low, Sunday's low. I think 66,200 is back on the cards. If you break 66,200, we're heading back down towards the 60,000 barrier. Um, to move back to the upside with conviction, I think we need to see a close above 70,000. Lower time frame. Okay, for a move high with conviction, I want to see price get above like 72,000. If we can go above 72,000, then I think we'll see some moves. And, Not seeing a great deal. $68,290. To be fair, if you get a close below here, guys, this is a trade. This would be a breakout trade. Looking to run it down into, yeah, there's $1,200. Um, I wouldn't know what TPs to use based on, I like to have mechanical process. So I've not done enough testing and digging into the crypto space on what we should be using for TPs, how to scale out and how to manage the trade. But, going for in the future, maybe it's something I'll look at, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum. Definitely interested in how they move because one thing you do get is when it moves, you get plenty of clear space. So I'm not sure it's something I would want to trade frequently on a daily basis, but you never know. Something I'm definitely going to look at and start to map out. Ethereum back under the $2,000 mark. Quite a significant price, I believe that for Ethereum. But just look at this big picture. We broke that 2,800 and it literally just sailed right down to 1,800. $1,000 straight move. Uh, so shorts potentially hourly. Mm, yeah, nothing significant. Yeah, it's so slow today, guys. So slow. Mark, look out. Gold is about to break. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, guys, that anyone that wants to trade this bit here short, that's something you can do, but I'm not going to trade it. Okay, it's not for me today. I want to trade into bigger space. Um, right now, bank holiday, low liquidity, volatility is kind of non-existent. Yeah, we could fill this wick here. Um, you can see that the higher time frame, we have had a break below support here. We have had a close below. We have wicked up, creating, let's say, liquidity for the markets then move lower to maybe fill this wick at basically 49.90. Um, I'm staying out of it. I'm not. I'm not eager to trade today. I just want to have a look at the market, see what happens. We'll come back tomorrow. If there was something that I really, really liked, I would trade it. But there isn't. Oh, I had a bad night's sleep last night. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to be yawning, but getting close to filling that wick now, guys. If you took it, you'd be, I don't know, 92. You'd be about $2 up. Just not enough range for me. Oh, I need a coffee. Guys, hmm, nothing is happening, guys. Nothing is happening. So what I'm going to do is at 2 o'clock, I am going to close the stream off. I wanted to be here just in case, but nothing's materialized. Um, Tomorrow, I can't do a stream, members. I do apologize. What I might do is I might do one for London Fix tomorrow. So around 3:30. Um, if you can do that, members. Oh God, I've got to pick the little one up. Uh, okay, I might 3 till 4 tomorrow for members. Would that work? Are there any members on right now? No trade makes a trader sleepy. Moral of the day. No trade. Yeah, very much so. But also, when you guys are quiet and there's not much interaction, it is difficult from my perspective. I always thrive off engagement with you. So I always like to see questions coming in because it gives me things to talk about. It means I can help some of you. But while you're not asking questions, I'm just going to talk about random stuff on the charts that I see. Um, or it could even be like the bloody maths thing I was talking about. Where's the extra day in the year? Where's that gone? So, um, yeah, I'm gonna close off at 2 o'clock. Yeah, just nothing's moving. I guess that's the problem on bank holiday. Volume is low, so people don't open. Yeah, but like I say, it's one of those things. It's very hit and miss on a bank holiday, because volume is low. But if our favorite president happens to say something, or Mr. Musk or President Z or Putin, if they come out and say something or do something, it catches the market off guard a little bit. And because there's low volatility, you can get some huge moves. So, it's always worth turning up, regardless, unless you pre-book something, you're gonna enjoy the bank holiday with family, friends, whatever, and you're taking the day off. If you're not taking the day off, just come to the charts, sit there. It's not going to do you any harm sitting here. You can do some work on one of your other screens. Uh, so might be doing a live trading day in London next month. If you are interested in a live trading day in London next month, drop me an email to mark at markowenconcepts.com and let me know. It will be limited spaces. It will be paid for event. Yeah, I'm not just gonna do a live trading day, but I will do it sensible. Um, so if that is something that would interest some of you, let me know. And either by email or on Telegram or WhatsApp. My business WhatsApp number is in the description on each video in this channel. So if you want to get a hold of me, you can always do that on WhatsApp. Mm. Okay, I think the only thing that is going to be a potential trade will be probably Bitcoin if we break 68,184. Um, yeah, I think anyone that trades BTC sells below 68,184, 68,180. Right, view some market watch BTC. Uh-huh. View no again. Okay, so just having a quick look over. We'll see. I will watch it. I'm not sure if I'll trade. If I do trade, it'll be like micro lots just to see what happens. As this is a market I haven't traded. So just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm just going to change screen. Where is OBS? Yeah, so look, TV. So, um, we're just, so just so you can see, there's nothing to, just different servers that have got different magic keys that I'm using on different platform, on different assets, gold, DAX, NASDAQ. I've just opened up Bitcoin and just put magic keys on there. Oh, damn it. What did I just do? So yeah, we'll just go back to full screen. So basically, we're looking to see if we get maybe a breakout and a close below 68,193. And if we do, then we can look to trade it maybe all the way down to this area. Bar grid. There we go. So if we do get a close below, like I said, we've got around $1,000. Uh, Andy should be good for you. That's 3 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, sound. Anyone else? 3 o'clock work for you tomorrow? I'm going to wrap up in 2 minutes, guys. Now remember, look, if you're going to look at trading this as a breakout setup, this is what to look for. Oh, let me pull up breakout. Damn it. Right, I'm just going to bring over the slide. Now, ignore the pips. Okay, the pips, this is what I look at when we're talking about gold, or before we had the volatility increase. You have the structure, wait for a candle to close below. Next candle, wait for it to wick up, sell below the breakout candle. Once you get triggered, move your stops above the trigger candle. That's it, nice and simple. So no gray areas, very, very simple. If it does this, you do that. If it does that, you do this. So no gray areas, not like my beard. Okay? As they say, structure doesn't lie. It's data, it's facts. The market either breaks the highs or the lows, or breaks the structure, or it doesn't. There's no gray areas. This is why mechanical systems work. You just have to implement a system, test it, make sure it works, and then be absolutely robotic about your methodology. All right, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Uh, any questions, guys, before we wrap up? Any questions? Any questions, guys? No? All right, guys. Well, on that note, I will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I'll probably, whether it'll be here or on YouTube or Zoom, I don't know. It is a members session tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So if you're interested in joining the membership, you can drop me a WhatsApp. My details are in the description. If you have enjoyed the stream, even though we've not taken any trades, it has been a quiet session as expected. Please do give it a like. That would always be appreciated. And if you've got anyone that would be interested in learning how to trade, drop them. If you can share them the channel, that would be appreciated as well. All right, guys, have a great afternoon and evening. We'll see you at some point tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.